Black power.
Black power.
Free the land.
Free the people.
By any and all means necessary. I'm General NY.
And I'm General Mami.
Coming in from the Miami base. This is Universal Underground Railroad News. Right now, I would like to discuss the racism that's going on within law enforcement at this specific time, and especially in Miami, Florida. Right now, I would like for my brothers and sisters to understand that racism within law enforcement does exist. First and foremost, let's not get it twisted. We have a serious problem with law enforcement and racism. We have a serious problem with white officers shooting down our black brothers and sisters. And we most definitely got a problem with white officers shooting our brothers and sisters in the back. Right now at this point, I would like to present to you some information, some documents that then came from out the house of an ex-police officer. And I'm not going to say his name at this point, but it has the names of those that participated within the racism within the department. And one of those individuals' name is Officer Chief Warshaw. I believe he was employed by the city of Miami in between the years of 1990 to 1998, I believe. But anyhow, this particular individual, he's a white man and he has no college education. And he also was a cheater, and he also misused the state funds, federal funds, excuse me. And I have other names that go along with that. It goes all the way down from the chief of police to his majors, to the executive, to the secretaries, to the receptionists, all the way down to the lowest officer, and all of them is white. And he also uses his men, his black men, as tools. So I want you to understand, if you do become a law enforcement as a person of color, you have to follow a chain of command, and you have to follow the blue code of silence, which means that you cannot snitch on a fellow white officer. So you must understand that. You must understand that you have racism among law enforcement in America, and such as Miami, and something has to be done about it. So right now, I'm going to hand it over to General Wamanifu, and he's going to give you a few pointers on what's going on. Black power.
Black power. Following up what the brother was talking about, the racism is so deep, where a lot of our brethren are being mistreated within the law enforcement. Sisterins being called out, letters being written, and documentations are all here that state that all our brothers and sisterins are mistreated, and also talks about the ways that they've been used sexually. We have all those documentations. But moving forward, moving in fortitude, let's talk about the McDuffie riots. May 19th of 1980. May 19th also being Malcolm X's birthday, also known as El-Haj Malik El-Shabazz. And it's interesting because these crackers, these caucasyphaloids, these caucus herpes syphaloids always try to murder our people on particular dates. Moving in fortitude, this Marine, this black Marine who served the United States of America with his life, got shot in his back. And as a brethren, the comrade was talking about the racism deep within the law enforcement that's projected in the conniving use of their power with the funds, all that racism projected to the bullet that's aimed at the back of our brothers and sisters. Over $100 million were lost in the McDuffie riots. over 100 million were lost in the McDuffie riots due to the projection of these crackers, these cockaciphaloids. The officers were acquitted for the death of McDuffie, which led to the riots and a lot of storefronts being burned down, which gave us the opportunity to gain the cities that we have now. Some of the biggest populated cities in the United States of America, here in Miami, that are overpopulated by our beautiful black brothers and sisters. So let's remember that. Let's remember what happened on May 19th of 1980, where they lost over $100 million and lost their storefronts. And they hit white flight. White flight. That's right. That's right. White flight is right. And that's Black Power. You just tuned in to Universal Underground Railroad News.
Black Power.
Black Power. I'm General Wamanifu.
And I'm General Mwa.